welcome to another episode of Console Cadets. This is Kyle here, and it's Celine Dion night, basically, because I guess I'm all by myself. For my own reasons, being that I'm a considerate friend, and I acknowledge that Josh and Sahil, as well as Keenan, should not experience the train wreck that I'm about to experience right here, as you see before you. This is Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark, and it was made by Hasbro and produced by Activision. That was a sigh of misery. But ironically, I have a huge grin on my face because I saw my friend Sahil, the IT specialist, as well as Keenan, and both of them ate lots of crow recently, being that I acknowledged and stated very much in hindsight how god awful the new Transformers Rise of Extinction, or Age of Extinction, or whatever. I don't. However, they came to me and basically got their comeuppance and acknowledged and apologized, which I was grateful for, and said the movie was fucking dog shit, like I easily predicted. And so, I had planned on doing a Transformers beef, basically to go over why it is so bad. Why Michael Bay is a sack of human garbage who ruins childhood, but I won't I'll talk semantics later. So, I guess more than anything, let's just get into the meat of it, and I just do it and get it over with. And like I said, I'm by myself for good reasons, because I care too much about my friends in order to watch them slowly wither away into husk of what they formerly are, because, God, this fucking game, it is another perfect example. It's capitalism at its finest of what will put out just to go along with films. I did not, and just to be clear, I did not plan on seeing it in the near future or at all. I did not see the third one. I saw part of the second, and I watched the whole first one, and that's when Shia LaBeouf was just in the beginnings of being the sack of human garbage. I'll leave that to you to decide. So, let's just begin. And already I want to vomit blood because I have to see the abysmal what Ken Watanabe was subjected to. And prior to that was in the lovely Godzilla movie, which was completely it was perfect in every single way, in my opinion. If him to be subjected to this Shogun-esque drift, the Transformer with the Shogun helmet, it's gross. It's really gross to me. I have a job at the movie theater, and I happened to step in at the right moment where I got a good look at him, and I wanted to vomit right in the middle of the theater. I literally almost vomited, just because of how gross it was. I could not handle it. It's amazing what Michael Bay, the dog shit he produces, and the fact that he's willing to make another Transformers. God, I don't understand how. I mean, Michael Bay, he made Armageddon, he made Pearl Harbor. I mean, there are so many. Excuse me, the cherry on the cake for that are Bad Boys 1 and 2, which are great forms of art. Don't get me wrong, I do not hate Michael Bay entirely. He made some great works. Bad Boys 1 and 2 being my two personal favorites. And Transformers, the first one, I could deal with it. And oh, I'm sorry, just I didn't mean to cut myself off, but yeah, you know what? I don't know if I put the subtitles on just because. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it. Um, but back to the point. Bad Boys 1 and 2. The time spent and most likely the period of time in between 2 and 3 of the Transformers, or excuse me, 2 and 4, whatever the fuck. I mean, I don't really give a shit. Um, this could be spent on Bad Boys 3. And it has been rumored, and oh god. What am I looking at? Why, Michael Bay? Why why you do this? And why not make Bad Boys 3? Why not? You could have done so many good things, but you you didn't have a hand in this. Activision did, and so does Hasbro, because they fucking capitalized. And like I said, capitalism at its finest. But all this could have been avoided. This game didn't have to exist. Oh god, it hurts me so. It really does. I feel myself slowly withering away. Oh god, people. Blade Dash. What's this do? Okay. Yep. That was terrible. Okay. Primary weapon. Assault. Okay. Got some weapons. Okay. They had this and just to be clear, there have been very good Transformers games in the past. Fall and Age of Cybertron, both of those were fantastic Transformers games. I played both of those. The story was great. The multiplayer was. The gameplay was awesome. The voice acting was great. The story was near perfect. There are other faults, I mean, graphically and whatnot, but I mean, it was still, I mean, way, way out in front of what this is. This is just another example of what fucking movies do. They shit out, they give them a time period, hey, put out this shit in 8 months with the movie, so we can fucking get our dough. That is basically it. They don't give them enough time. Knowing Activision, they have done this shit before. Numerous examples. I'll be here all day fucking explaining just the amount of different... Oh, God, that explosion was blasting. Just the amount of times that basically they've just taken it and just shit it out. Just fucking vomited right out on there. Right into... It's basically mother bird vomiting into baby bird's mouth, and the baby bird vomits it out again into our mouth, and it tastes awful. But you gotta eat it anyway, just because, I mean, it's there, and if you don't eat it, you'll starve. Pretty much it. And so, those two games were, most likely, they did so well due to the fact that it did not follow the story arc of the movie. I don't know if this game follows it to the T, but I do know the game modeling of the characters are the same, as well as basically the environments. Like, it had Galvatron and the man-made Transformers from that, and that's already, I mean, just that puts the nail in its coffin without even trying. I mean, it's already a done deal. You know how abysmal it's going to be, and like, why even bother? But like, you do anyway. And oh my god, this. And just to be clear, I'm not a game like technician. I do not know the mechanics of graphical design as well as game animation, but I can say this looks like PlayStation 2, like mid 2006, 2007 PlayStation 2, going into next. I mean, it looks so graphically. I mean, it's really bad, and I mean, I think it's just barely holding together at 30 frames a second. I haven't gotten into any heavy action yet, but I have a feeling this is gonna like I said, this is gonna be a train wreck, and we're moseying along now in this. I don't. What is this environment? This is bland. I don't know. I don't even care where I am, but it's so fucking. I don't even want. And who's this guy? Like, yeah, I don't even know. I'm just here, and maybe I should have read my mission description, but you know, fuck it. I don't want to be here. I could be sleeping right now. I could be reading a book. I could be reading Sherlock Holmes or fucking Oliver Twist or The Odyssey, something good. I mean, this is. I mean, I really think I'm giving myself cancer. I don't know, or I'm going to turn into a Michael Bay fan. They expect me to, and that's never gonna fucking happen. Not after what's been going on lately. Bad Boys 3 doesn't seem to be anywhere in sight fairly soon, and until that day comes, I will probably hate Michael Bay to no end. And if anyone who says Ninja Turtles is in another couple weeks, no, fuck that. It looks like it'll be entertaining, but like I said, it seems like Michael Bay is just squatting over the toilet bowl, and Ninja Turtles is in the toilet bowl, and I can see it. Oh, what did I just do? Okay, that is so twitchy. And the Ninja Turtles is in the toilet bowl, and just gonna take a huge steaming shit. Wow. What's up with my health? Okay, let's try that again. You want to know what the ironic part is? It's actually a Mountain Dew Kickstart, which I believe was advertised. One of the many different marketing advertisements that were in Age of Extinction. I had planned actually to see it just to see how many scenes, and I'm dead serious. My friends thought I was joking. I was literally going to come in there with a notepad and a pencil and mark down the categories, which include marketing, car porn, idiotic gestures, let's see, trademark phrases from the original Transformers. A perfect example of this would be the first Transformers movie, where Optimus Prime stated to Shia LaBeouf, "You are maybe humans are more than what meets the eye." And it was like, it was gross. Why? And I mean, it's like, oh crap, it's so cool. And maybe when it like the first Transformers, like I said, no one had ever seen it before, and it was cool to see that. And I mean, it brought us back to childhood. Like, I don't think Optimus ever said that during the original cartoon, but I mean, hey, it was still a little cool. But going to the second and third, you remember that, and it just makes it all. I mean, it call back to that, and they rely on the same fucking wash and repeat every. Wow. Okay, can I just use that? I'm gonna just see if I can get through the entire level with that. Okay. Okay. Why do I have more ammo when I'm a car and when I change back here, I have none? Someone please explain that. Why I have ammo now, and when I transform back, I don't fucking know. It's okay. I'm drift. Yay. Ken Watanabe, you're awesome. And I actually can't hear the game right now, to be honest. And frankly, I don't care. Yeah, really, I mean, maybe they got the actual voice. I know they always get Peter Cullen for the movies, and he's always in them, so that's without a doubt, you know, that's gonna be. I need to find out what are my objectives. What am I even doing? Sure, I'll do that. So yeah, Michael Bay, like I said, I mean, I feel good in the same time, but it's one of those. It's kind of a bittersweet thing where, like I said, I warned everyone of how terrible it was going to be, and you're like, fucking apocalypse is gonna come, and it's like, yeah, and when it does, and you're prepared, and you got your food and your shelter ready and everything else, and everyone's losing their shit. It's like, well, I mean, I guess I could help you, but I mean, I did tell you so, so maybe I shouldn't, or maybe I would. I mean, am I a jerk for that? Like, I told you what happened, but, fuck it, you didn't believe me, and so just throwing on the soapbox. But, yeah. I mean, you always find those situations like that. Oh yeah, and then I think we have Drift. Yeah, we're controlling him, and Ken Watanabe's. If anyone see the Kotaku article, okay, I got a new weapon. Let's see how that fires. Okay, ooh, God, wow, what the fuck is that? That is a dash. Okay, that does. Anyway, okay, and just to be clear, you cannot zoom in. You cannot, which I believe was something you could do in excuse me, Fall of Cybertron and Age of Cybertron. Wow! What is wrong with that guy? Okay, let's see. What? Okay, that is really broken. Why I can do that from way over here? Okay, let's see this. I can use that all the time. It recharges so quickly, and I believe there's multiplayer in this game, and that is fucking broken. That really is. Um, Christ. Oh yeah, Drift's character, Ken Watanabe. Is it racist? Him being, I thought that was just, I mean, the perfect example is the second movie where I think the voice actors were, Kenny, god damn it. I know he does, like, from Adventure Time, I know he does Ice King, and he's, the voice of SpongeBob as well. Someone can, I guess, in the comments, just kind of let me who that is. But, uh, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking die. He did the voice of one of the cars. They were the little compact cars, um, in the second movie, and the fucking racism that stands out there, just not the, it's fucking arrogant. It's really gross. It really is. The gold tooth, the illiteracy, making fun of, like, when they do find the ancient, like, writings in the desert, they, like, I think Shia LaBeouf asks him, hey, can you read this? And both the cars go, read? Well, you know how to, what is that shit? He's like, we should shoot you for that, or something fucking arrogant as shit. I don't know. At that point, I mean, I was really done with the movie. The first, like, just, like, writing wise, like, just the script and whatnot, I was really done with it. I wasn't mad, because, I mean, I love a good joke. I mean, from what you've heard so far, I make racist jokes all the time. But that was just, I mean, it threw me off so much. I didn't know whether to laugh on how bad because it was terrible. I mean, really, it was that bad to where it was those moments. I mean, can you laugh at this, or should you be upset? I don't. I was at a loss for words. I didn't know. At that point, it was so disgusting. And what's Ken Watanabe, basically, they have him as a Japanese. He's a Japanese voice actor. He was Ra's al Ghul and Dark Knight, or excuse me, Batman Begins. Um, he was a Japanese researcher in the new 2004 Godzilla. All those characters were great. He was a wonderful actor. Ken Watanabe is one of the best Japanese actors I know. I'm sure there are plenty others out there, but as far as the ones I know, he's one of the better ones. And so they made him this character, Drift. That what are there model colors loading in, or are they just? Why are they so shiny? I don't. It doesn't look. I mean, it looks like their textures are loading in, but it's not. It's just, okay. Anyway, they have him play Drift, who is who he transforms into a tuning car, like aftermarket car. I mean, in the original cartoons he did, which is fine, but in this, they have him like when he transformed, like his car is a Bugatti Veyron, I think, which is okay. That's cool. But when he transforms out, he's this fucking abomination. He's like a shogun samurai with katanas and a shogun helmet, and I'm like, what the fuck is this fucking bullshit? It, I mean, like the trailer for this movie, I was really done when I saw the Duster Transformer. I forgot his name. Not Hound. Hound is the bigger robot played by John Goodman. Um, I forgot his name. I feel bad for doing that. An original. I mean, I should know from the because I've seen basically all the original Transformers cartoon, like from the 1980s, like the good shit, the childhood. That was great. Like that's the Transformers I remember. Like Ratchet, all those original guys, they were funny. Prime, and he transformed into the big dumb trailer truck, and it had a tractor trailer on the back, and then when he transformed back, the trailer disappeared. That was great. That was fun. I love that. I mean, it's quirky. It didn't make sense at times, but that's what you love about it. It didn't take itself seriously, and knew that. And I mean, it's like G.I. Joe. It all okay. Before to stop, they're blocking my way, and I literally cannot get past. I don't know what that is. Do I go this way? No, I don't. They are blocking my path, literally. That's just bad NPC. Okay. Again, I don't have to restate. I don't have to reiterate. You people already know you're very intelligent folk, and I appreciate everyone that watches this. God, this game is hurting me so much. God, just look, fucking character. That was funny to me. A Transformer with a duster, that was hilarious. I literally bursted out laughing. But Ken Watanabe's character with the Shogun helmets, the samurai sword, I mean, it's Drift. I think they took it up, they hit it a little bit too well on the nose, and they just basically took it a little too far. I think. I mean, I'm not offended by it personally. I'm not of Japanese heritage or Asian heritage, so I can't necessarily say I'm offended. I don't find it entertaining. I mean, like I said, if the writing was better too for the movie. Like I said, I've only seen bits and pieces of the entire film, but I can tell that the writing isn't the best to where it can kind of make up for. It doesn't do that, so I see that it isn't bad. So I'll let you be the judge. I mean, there are people who love the movies and they are diehard fans. I'm not one of them. And if you do like the movie, that's perfectly fine. I mean, and like I said, I'm making this, and this is my opinion on everything. And what my friends like, and what you like, and what your peers like. That's what makes the world great. You can bet that. And I mean, it's more entertaining this way. We can argue. And I mean, not to violence where we rip each other limb from limb, but I mean, we just have opinions on different things, and we just show it and what we have to say. And I mean, it makes it entertaining. I mean, it's fun. I love arguing with my friends and not fist fighting like hurting them, but it's fun to crack shit on each other and joke around and all these enemies are the same. Anyway, I mean, it makes it all the more fun when we can argue from each other. So, like I said, I mean, if you like the new Transformers movie, perfectly fine. You're a great person. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you save tons of lives. You're a great doctor or a fireman or a police officer, etc., etc. You do a lot of good things, and you're a good person all around. I don't think it can come back from, and the fact that they're making a fifth movie is like, why? It'll be out next summer. $200 million the first week in box office, and people will watch it because, no offense, but a lot of people are sheep and they just go see it, and that's just because it's there. And I mean, it's it's disgusting that Michael Bay does this. I don't know if he acknowledges the fact that what he's doing. I think it's fucking disgusting, but he acknowledges the fact, and he does it, and he makes it. Which is why, like I said, I'm so worried about Ninja Turtles, because it's out at the summer, the peak of when people are watching the most amount of movies, and they knows people are gonna watch it just because of the fucking name. And you see the money bags. That's it. It's just money bags. Teenage Mutant Ninja money bags. That's it. The name. I mean, and again, the thing is, some people don't acknowledge. That's the first time some people experience, like, new generation. Here, excuse me while I refresh. Excuse me. A generation where people first experience these, like, children, especially. I mean, they're impressionable. And some of them like it, and then again, there are some times that it ruins the experience with them forever. And so, I mean, just the first impact, the variant on whether it's good or not, it can ruin them for a long time, and it might just turn away from it for, like, forever. They might not even want to experience that anymore. And so, the fact that some people, this is the first time, like, they may be seen Transformers. Most people have known Transformers in the past and known it to be good. A lot of the old cartoons, like the original Transformers, Dinobots, and they introduced all those, that was good. I mean, no one had ever seen that before. And the same thing for G.I. Joe, and so on and so forth. Power Rangers are another one. But when you get into the modern, like, when you get into the 12th and 11th series, I mean, it gets a little, I mean, you start running on fumes and running out of fairly fresh ideas. Like, Power Rangers nowadays is complete dog garbage. I mean, it really is. Same thing with a lot of new Transformers cartoons or animated. Maybe Pokemon. I think that's in, like, its 26th season. I don't know. I stopped watching after the 6th and 7th after they added new series. I think I don't. Someone let me know in the comments how many Pokemon there are nowadays. Like, how many? Because I remember there were originally, I think there was like 152, something like that. And so nowadays there are so many. I mean, they try, and I mean, they don't do it on purpose, but they try so hard to make it new and fresh, but in turn, they're actually kind of hurting themselves even more. Like, what they're trying to do is, it's like, basically, they're trying way too hard to make a good thing. I mean, and you appreciate, it's like, you get an A for effort, pal, but other than that, what am I even doing? Am I a Decepticon now? Just why? It didn't explain anything. And maybe, I'm sorry, maybe I should have the subtitles on. Okay. Yep. That's, okay. Yep. God, where was I? Jesus, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, they try too hard to make a good thing. I mean, and you appreciate it after a while, but, I mean, it really, and especially, I mean, if they're doing it, and it's a new group of people, excuse me, and they're trying to make a new project, and they've never done it before. It's a completely new writing staff, director, producer, executive, so on and so forth, and they do it, and they screw up. You can kind of, I mean, you're pissed because they ruined a good thing that you liked, and you're not happy with it, but you can forgive them because they're new and they have never done it before, so you can give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, it's a new group. I mean, it's their first try, and they've never. God, this gun is awful. What is it? Anyway, yeah, they've never done it before, so you can kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. If they try again and they actually succeed, you can. I mean, you can. Oh my God, melee is instant kill. Why am I not? You can forgive them for that, basically. I mean, I certainly, there are many examples, God, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there are many a different example of this happening, with games, with television shows, movies, etc. Yeah, just numerous examples of this, and, yeah, but there's also the other side of that, where basically there are people who make these projects, know what they're doing, and fuck up anyway just because they don't take their time, they don't make an effort to acknowledge what happened in either original series, make sure it's canon, make it to, I mean, you want to make it to where it's new and fresh, but you also want to kind of follow what past projects have done, and make sure that either, I mean, if you're trying to do something that ties into the series before, great. Make it to where it makes sense. Make it to where there are no questions to be asked. Nothing, no project is 100% perfect, but you can do your damnedest to make sure it's damn near perfect. Nothing's perfect by any means, but you can make pretty damn skippy that it's close to it. And so, basically, with like Transformers and those movies lately, they shit them out. It's like Call of Duty, basically. They shit these things out, and they buy it because they know it makes money, revenue, businessmen. It's like Candy Crush, King buying the rights to the word candy. Perfect example. It is gross. It is disgusting. Free to play games these God, what is it? Free, like these supposedly free to play games on like Android devices, iPhones, so on and so forth, that claim free to play but charge you for different turns, upgrade basically so you can beat the game. And they get these huge whales, and they know what they're doing. They customize it around the way you know you will use it. Your 98% of individuals will know this, and they will put basically a big middle finger to that and say screw you, and you are a disgusting person for trying to pass that is original or something that is in a. But then you have those like spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for this. They use up all their money, and I feel because they don't necessarily realize the problems they have kind of engaged. I mean, they put this onto themselves, and they don't know. They just assume it's part of the game, or it's part of what the experience, and it's very far from that. And maybe it's because no one ever told them. Maybe it's because they don't care, and they just have the means which to do it. I don't know. It's gross. It's disgusting, and it really needs to stop. I mean, that's something that blows me away time and time. These stories of basically people going out of their way to. There are ways to do it, like honestly, and then there's what I'm Rise of Extinction or whatever. This abomination. I've never been so unhyped to see Starscream in my life because he's not. I mean, like I said, I myself, but I just know the only hype Starscream is when he's going against Megatron, and Megatron is basically like, "Shut up, Starscream! You're a lousy piece of shit, and you'll never be leader." He's kind of right. Starscream is kind of annoying, but I mean he's fun to watch, and he's an interesting guy. I like Starscream is a funny guy. I kind of like him, and the way he always gets his comeuppance, even though he's just like Megatron. You rule the day. You went against Starscream, and it's like, shut up, Starscream. It's like Peter Griffin and Meg, and it's really what? Okay, I guess I couldn't fly. Maybe that's my fault. Yeah, but it's not fun. I mean, to some people it is. Like, this game might be fun for, I don't know, just somebody. It definitely ain't fun for me. It, That's the sound of my soul being sucked out of my slowly withering carcass of a body. And I mean, like I said, I think I'm slowly dying on the inside. Okay, I should have read it. It's jump and you dash. And again, I am a Decepticon, so why can't I fly? Maybe a game that Activision did make because these are the same people. Rise and fall. Cybertron? No? Okay, well then, and I guess I guess it's too hard. It's way too difficult. It can't be done. I'll be quiet. No, I'll go to bed. I'll go to my room. I go to my room without supper. Melee that guy. Yeah. So like I was saying, I mean, it's really gross that people capitalize on other people's. Not. People aren't dumb. No one is stupid. You know what? I acknowledge myself as stupid. The only reason I count myself as smart is because I still consider myself stupid because I read shit that other smart people have written down. So basically, I'm smart due to memorization, not necessarily because I'm a bright individual. There's people who don't know anything, and basically they make mistakes, and they make the effort to understand why that happened, and that's perfectly fine. They read in between the lines. They want to know. They've made that mistake before in the past, and they want to know. Oh, okay, so by just my design alone, I believe I am Soundwave. Maybe it's canon that he can't fly. He could fly in the original Transformer. You know what? Actually, I take that back. No, because the Decepticons and Autobots. That's. I think this is the only funny moment you'll remember is like the original Transformers. The Autobots, Decepticons, they could fly. Regardless, I mean, like they would transform out of vehicle mode, and they would just they would fly, and just because they would, they would. And I thought it was silly, and that's funny. I like that. I thought that was so hilarious. They would fly anyway. They would fly. It's like Optimus Prime. He would just like transform out of a truck, and then he was like Megatron, and then he would just transform, and he would fuck off, and he would fly. That's awesome. I think that's just hilarious. It's funny to me. I like that. So yeah, even though I guess that's canon here. But if Optimus Prime did fly, which actually, yes, he did. He flew, and the movie too, because they gave him a jetpack, and it was hype. It sucked all the life out of me. And, oh yeah, I was talking about making the effort to acknowledge the fact that if you made a mistake and you want to know what you did wrong, or you read them between the lines to find out, okay, Insecticons, that's cool. Sorta, yeah, just new enemy type. They make the effort to acknowledge that you want to know. That's okay. I applaud that. And then you have those who are arrogant and then choose to be. That's just, who, like, yeah, well, fuck it. It'll be fine. Am I a different guy, or am I still Soundwave? I don't think I am. I think I am a new one. Forgot which one this is. Who am I fighting? Why am I fighting him? Maybe I should turn on the subtitles. That might help. I don't care enough to do that. Anywho, yeah. I can't pity people who fuck up and basically don't. You can admit. There's nothing wrong with admitting you're wrong. If Michael Bay admitted that he fucked up with a lot of these Transformers movies, that would be great. I would absolve him of everything. I would love that. I would say, okay, Michael Bay, you're a cool dude, man. You made some. We all make mistakes, and or actors the same way. We act in some stuff we're not necessarily. We do some jobs we're not necessarily proud of, and we can't all be perfect. No one is. If you think you are, then you're probably not. You're not perfect just because thinking you're perfect. That's a fault right there. For your think you're perfect, but you're not, and that's a mistake right there. It's right there alone. You're not like perfect, which is fine. I don't want to be perfect. That's yeah, but that hasn't happened yet, and I don't think it ever will happen. And after Ninja Turtle comes out, I think he's gonna do some other cockamamie project, and he's gonna make millions and jillions of dollars off of that, and it's gonna be the same spiel over and over and over and over and over again. An example of it maybe happening in Activision's case is Advanced Warfighter. If anyone saw it at E3, the gameplay for that was a little hype. That was good. It was different, although little maybe kind of canon of Titanfall, and yeah, some people were kind of the hype. I mean, the hype was still there, but it was still kind of. I mean, maybe okay, Activision, you played a little bit of too much Titanfall, so maybe yay, maybe so. Yeah. Anywho, but back to the main thing. Sorry, not to fall off track. God, I'm gonna die. I am going to die, man. That's. Um. Yeah. If Michael Bay could just maybe admit to really how fucking terrible. Like, okay, I know Transformers 2, or excuse me, maybe not 2. It's like, oh, God, if Sam Raimi would apologize for Spider-Man 3, that would have been dope. I would have loved that, because the writing alone in Spider-Man 3, I mean, God damn it, that's among us, among groups of friends, it's like, we don't fucking talk about Spider-Man 3, because we don't wish to bring it up. And I mean, I don't know if Sam Raimi ever did make an apology. Like, if Sam Raimi or Michael Bay were like Guillermo del Toro and Pacific Rim, Let's not. I'm sorry to bring the two together, like Transformers and Pacific Rim, because it can never hold a pedestal to the skill of Guillermo del Toro. Just say hypothetical scenario. If Guillermo del Toro did screw up on Pacific Rim and it did do bad, I have a feeling he would admit that, okay, I know I fucked up, but I will do my damnedest to make sure that once I do try again, it will be the best possible thing it could be. I will talk to the fans, or I will read. Like, I know he has a Twitter feed, just ideas in general. He would ask his writing staff. He would see kaiju. He would watch kaiju movies from the past. Pacific Rim I think it was maybe a tribute to Jet Jaguar from Godzilla. Because I feel like he's like the original Jaeger. Maybe, to me, in my eyes, I feel like Jet Jaguar was a Jaeger, like before Jaegers were Jaegers. Yeah, he would have apologized and said, yeah, I screwed up, but I'm going to do my damnedest to make this better. And if Pacific Rim 1 was a fluke, and then second one was great, like this one was, that would be awesome. I would love that. I would applaud him. And it would be even better because he knew what he did wrong, and he would admit that. And he fixed it, and that would be so rad. I love that stuff, but that's not happening here, and I don't think it will happen. And maybe in the day it does happen, you can come back to this video. You can write in the comments saying I will eat the biggest crow pie that has ever been baked by anyone who has ever baked crow. Like, oh God, who was that racist Southern lady? God, I don't even fucking know. The Southern lady who supposedly hate black people. I don't know. I forgot her name. That was a while ago. It was really funny over that. But yeah, she can bake the crow pie, even though she's a racist, and I will eat it. I will eat that shit. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's it. I can't. I cannot do this anymore. I need to go fucking, like, I'm gonna go chug a bottle of Pepto-Bismol to keep my stomach queasy, because my dinner is almost, I want a Ralph. I really do. So, yeah. So, like, in conclusion, yeah, if Michael Bay could just see what the fuck his work is coming to, God, I can, like I said, if he made a statement tomorrow or a future time or whatever, said, hey, I know Transformers hasn't been, like, it's been on a slippery slope. I know I made all this money, but just your money alone isn't good enough. I want the satisfaction. Like I said, that's what Guillermo del Toro. He doesn't do it for the money. Pacific Rim didn't make like half as much money as Transformers did, but people loved it so much because it brought back giant mech monster movies, Jaeger monsters in general, and that's where Godzilla came from. That's meta. All of that is meta, and I love every single moment of that. But yeah, and like it didn't, and like Pacific Rim 2, Guillermo del Toro, he's coming back with an animated series for Pacific Rim. It's going to be a prequel. It's going to tell stories, and it's going to tie in to Pacific Rim 1. This Pacific Rim 2, he came on YouTube. He did like a 30-second video. He's saying, Kaijus are going to be kick-ass. They're going to come back. It's going to be based off the first one. The characters that died in the first one, they're probably not going to come back, so it's going to be new material. They're going to be bigger, yeah. He didn't mention maybe Godzilla would be in, Godzuki would show up. That'd still be fucking rad. My dick's a little hard over that. But it's probably not going to happen. But, I mean, I can still dream. Yeah, all that shit is going to be awesome. And it's called for. Like, that's where it can go off of. But right now, what I'm looking at, and I'm so glad I'm done. God damn it, I've never been so glad to die in a game. This is, it's got to stop, but it's never going to. In my mind, it should stop, it should end. It should have ended a long time ago, but it won't. Like I said, Bad Boys 3, maybe it'll happen, maybe never. Like, actions, like, the action scenes for Transformers, they're all the same. It's car porn. It goes into the dumb girl, dumb guy, whatever. Same thing. It can't compare to, like, Bad Boys 2, the Ku Klux Klan scene, like, when Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, they bust the guys there, and the big shootout happens. The airport scene at the end of Bad Boys 1, the first one, and Bad Boys 2, where Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they hijack a car from Dan Marino. That was awesome. I love that. Even better, the shantytown scene when they're crashing down the embankment, and they go into the minefield in between Cuba and the U.S. That was sick. I love that. But just the abomination after abomination, it doesn't end. And I really want it to stop. It is killing me, and I don't know of anyone else. So, yeah. So, I think I'm done. I'm gonna step down from my soapbox, and like I said, it's gotta end sometime. Michael Bay, just you're killing me. And like I said, I'm probably gonna see Ninja Turtles, and I don't want it to be terrible. I know it's not going to be perfect because of their gross lips. They look okay. They're not terrible. Any kind of live action tie-in with CGI. It's not going to be exactly like you remember it in childhood shows, like the original Ninja Turtles cartoon. The new Ninja Turtles cartoon, the new one, most recent Ninja Turtles cartoon on Nickelodeon, that's really funny. I laughed my ass off. I actually watched that. That's cool. But, even the cartoons, they don't always look the same. They are always portrayed different. especially from the original comics, which was like really gory. I mean, just really grim. Um, but yeah, and I can deal with that. I can understand the point of that. I can understand the reasons for it not being exactly the same. But that doesn't excuse poor writing, poor acting, and just poor preparation time in general. It all ties in, and it all makes a difference, and just from future, I mean, whatever projects you do later on, Guillermo del Toro does it right. I mean, he's not, like I said, no one's perfect, but Guillermo del Toro does it right. You know what? An even better example, just to fucking throw more salt in the wound, is that God damn it, I forgot the guy who directed the Godzilla movie. But I do know, I saw Monsters. He only directed one movie before then. It had a $500,000 budget, and that movie was fan fucking tastic. It's a simple story, basically. I mean, it's simple, but it's great, and it does. That's fine. If it's something simple and good, that's great. Plain creamy vanilla ice cream. I'm not a fan of vanilla ice cream, but I will eat it if it is. I mean, if it is sweet, it's not too sharp. It's just right. It's baby bear porridge. It's perfect, and and you go from that to making the multi-million-dollar success that is Godzilla 2014. I salute you, sir. You are I wish I could shake your hand. You are awesome. Please, God, that's gonna drive me nuts. I gotta remember what his name is. But yeah, he did that. He only did one movie prior, and then he made Godzilla. Michael Bay has been making movies. He understudied with Steven Spielberg. You know what? And this is fucking real shit. He understudied Steven Spielberg while he was doing not Raiders of the Lost Ark, the third Indiana Jones movie. Yeah, I think that was Raiders of the Lost Ark. Or yeah, I think so. I'm probably, if I get that wrong, please don't be afraid to correct me on that. But yeah, the third Indiana Jones, and he said that movie was gonna be fucking dog shit. And it even says in his bio, he's like, "Boy, I sure fucked up." This is like, Michael Bay, you kind of, yeah, you really did fucking ate lots of crow then. And I mean, okay. I mean, not like I said, no one's right about everything. And then, I mean, yeah, you went on to make Armageddon, which was good. Kind of started the craze of disaster movies like Day After Tomorrow, Cloverfield. I mean, Center of the Earth. I mean, all that shit kind of got really stale, and I mean, still here today. I mean, they're making another fucking, a Twister sequel, I think. Yeah, but you go from Pearl Harbor and Bad Boys to the monstrosity that Transformers is today, and don't necessarily acknowledge the fact of what it is. I can't even handle it. I go flaccid every single time. I get stomach aches. It hurts me from the inside. It gives me headaches. I can't even do it. So, like, this is Rise of the Dark Spark. I'm gonna probably like it. Yeah, I need that fucking Pepto-Bismol. I'm gonna be sick right now. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and trying to be a good friend, acknowledge the fact that basically, boy, I'm so glad Sahil and Josh weren't here, boy, because they would have. I mean, life just drained out of them like it did me. Stronger will, but God damn it. So, until next time. Kyle signing off, and hope you people have a lovely day, and go do something great. Don't think about Transformers, because that's terrible. So